Imagine winning the lottery not once, but 14 times. Meet Stefan Mandel, the Romanian mathematician who turned the dream into reality through sheer genius and a daring plan. In the 1960s, Stefan Mandel, a Romanian accountant, was living a life marred by financial struggles. With a paltry monthly salary of only $88, he faced the daily challenge of providing for his family in a climate of economic hardship. The constant battle against poverty pushed Mandel to the brink, fueling a desperation for a better life. Mandel's story isn't just one of hardship, it's also about his extraordinary affinity for numbers. This weekend mathematician had a passion for mathematics that transcended beyond his day-to-day work. He spent countless hours immersed in mathematical papers, exploring theories and crafting his own algorithms. This relentless pursuit of knowledge laid the foundation for what would become a legendary story in the history of the lottery. The turning point in Mandel's life came when he decided to apply his mathematical prowess to the lottery, a path less traveled and often deemed irrational by many. The odds of winning were staggeringly low, a common knowledge that deters most. However, Mandel was not deterred. He saw the lottery not as a gamble, but as a challenge to be solved through the lens of mathematics. After years of meticulous research and calculation, Mandel developed a groundbreaking method he termed combinatorial condensation. His strategy was revolutionary. In a lottery with 6 winning numbers, he claimed the ability to accurately predict 5 out of the 6. This drastically reduced the winning odds from 1 in several million to 1 in several thousand, a monumental shift that transformed the lottery from a game of chance to one of calculated probability. Mandel's first significant win was a testament to his method's effectiveness. He won the first prize of about 19 grand, a sum that not only cleared his debts, but also provided a surplus to start anew. This win was a turning point, prompting Mandel to move his family to Western Europe, seeking a life that offered more than just scraping by. Mandel's journey didn't stop there. His win was only the beginning of a series of calculated moves that would see him conquer lotteries, not just in his homeland but across continents. His story continues to unravel, marking the start of an era where numbers, probability, and a dash of daring would rewrite lottery history. After Stefan Mandel's first triumph with numbers, how did he transform his algorithm for bigger lotteries? Stefan Mandel's journey from a struggling accountant to a lottery winner is a tale of intellectual prowess and daring. His most significant breakthrough came with the development of an algorithm he called combinatorial condensation. This wasn't just a lucky guess or random selection of numbers, it was a meticulous mathematical process that took years to perfect. Mandel's algorithm was a game changer. In lotteries where players picked 6 numbers, his method could predict 5 of them with remarkable accuracy. This wasn't a small feat considering the astronomical odds of winning a lottery. Typically, the chances were akin to finding a needle in a haystack. But Mandel's method transformed these odds from 1 in several million to 1 in several thousand. Suddenly, the impossible seemed possible. With this newfound strategy, Mandel didn't just hope to win, he planned to win. His first significant victory was a testament to his genius. He managed to secure a first prize win of about 19 grand. This was more than just a windfall. It was a validation of years of hard work and calculation. His success wasn't due to chance, but a well-executed plan. After settling his debts, Mandel was left with a substantial profit, enough to kickstart a new chapter in his life. This win was just the beginning. It was the proof of concept that propelled Mandel to take his lottery strategy to the next level. No longer confined to Romania, he set his sights on larger, more lucrative lotteries across the globe. His algorithm had unlocked a new realm of possibilities, and he was ready to explore them to their fullest potential. Mandel's story is not just about winning, it's about redefining the game itself. Mandel's next chapter begins in Western Europe. Let's see how his journey across continents refined his lottery-winning formula. After his initial success in Romania, Stefan Mandel decided to broaden his horizons. With the winnings from his first major lottery victory, he moved his family to Western Europe in search of greater opportunities. This period marked a significant transition in his life, not just geographically but also in his approach to the lottery. In Western Europe, Mandel continued to refine his lottery-winning algorithm. He took advantage of his new surroundings to conduct further research, delving into different lottery systems across various countries. Each country's lottery presented unique challenges and opportunities, and Mandel was keen on understanding and adapting to these nuances. His time in Western Europe was not just a break from his past, but a period of intense learning and adaptation. Mandel's travels across Europe were more than just a quest for a better life. They were a journey into the depths of lottery systems. He immersed himself in studying the patterns, odds, and mechanics of each new lottery he encountered. This relentless pursuit of knowledge and understanding was driven by his unwavering belief in his algorithm and its potential. Despite the challenges of adapting to different countries and their lotteries, Mandel remained dedicated to his goal. He was not merely playing the lottery, he was unraveling the intricacies of each system, looking for ways to apply his mathematical strategies. This period was crucial in setting the stage for his future endeavors, as he gathered insights and experience that would prove invaluable. After Western Europe, Mandel faced new lottery systems in Australia. Did these challenges shape his groundbreaking methods? After years of moving through Western Europe, Stefan Mandel finally settled in Australia. This move marked a significant turning point in his lottery journey. In Australia, he found not just a new home but a fresh playground for his lottery experiments. Gaining Australian citizenship was a key moment for Mandel. It opened the door to the Commonwealth's resources, offering him new opportunities. One of these was access to the UK lottery system, which was less complex than the ones he had previously tackled. This simplicity didn't make it less appealing. In fact, it presented Mandel with new angles and strategies to explore. In Australia, Mandel's passion for the lottery continued to flourish. He immersed himself in studying the Australian and UK lottery systems, meticulously analyzing their structures and odds. This period of intense study was crucial. It laid the groundwork for the next phase of his lottery endeavors, where his mathematical skills and deep understanding of various lottery systems would be put to the test. As Mandel navigated these new waters, his algorithm, honed through years of research and experimentation, was ready to be tested on a larger scale. The Australian adventure was not just a change of location, it was the beginning of a new chapter in Mandel's life, one that would soon lead him to unprecedented levels of success in the world of lotteries. Now, let's put light on the details of his unique approach that shocked the world. Stefan Mandel's six-step plan to win the lottery was a masterpiece of simplicity and complexity. It was a bold strategy, demonstrating both his mathematical prowess and his ability to orchestrate a large-scale operation. Firstly, Mandel calculated the total number of possible combinations in any given lottery. This step was fundamental as it laid the groundwork for his entire plan. For instance, in a lottery where you had to pick 6 numbers out of 40, the total combinations would be over 3 million. Secondly, Mandel only targeted lotteries where the jackpot was at least 3 times the number of combinations. This was crucial for ensuring profitability. The reasoning was straightforward. Winning smaller jackpots wouldn't cover the expenses incurred by buying tickets for all combinations. The third step was arguably the most challenging. Mandel had to raise enough money to buy every single combination. He achieved this by convincing people to invest in his venture. He promised to share the winnings, attracting a significant number of backers. Fourth, Mandel printed millions of tickets. Each ticket was part of his calculated combinations, ensuring that he covered every possible outcome. This step was labor-intensive and required meticulous organization. Fifth, these tickets were then delivered to official lottery dealers. The legality of this approach was its most surprising aspect. It was so unconventional that it was beyond the authorities' imagination that someone would attempt it. The final step was claiming the prize. This was where Mandel's requirement for the jackpot to be 3 times the combination count came into play. After paying his investors and covering the operational costs, Mandel ensured he still had a substantial profit. Mandel's plan was genius in its simplicity, but it demanded enormous effort, coordination, and financial backing. His approach revolutionized how people perceived the lottery. Mandel's 6-step plan was audacious yet simple. Would you have the courage to invest in such unique lottery strategy? Stefan Mandel's journey in the lottery world took a pivotal turn with the creation of his Lotto Syndicate. This network was not built overnight, but was a result of Mandel's unwavering belief in his method and his ability to convince others of its effectiveness. Mandel's syndicate started small, with friends and family members as his initial investors. However, as word of his successful lottery wins spread, more and more people started showing interest in his approach. These weren't just casual gamblers, but serious investors, intrigued by the possibility of a surefire win. Mandel presented his strategy as a calculated investment rather than a gamble, which appealed to those looking for a more rational approach to winning the lottery. The 1980s brought a significant boost to Mandel's operations: the advent of computer technology. He invested in several computers and printers that ran on an algorithm he had developed. This technology allowed Mandel to generate the necessary combinations with unprecedented speed and accuracy. The days of manually filling out tickets were over. Now, Mandel could produce millions of combinations, ensuring that his syndicate covered every possible outcome. Mandel's syndicate grew to include hundreds of investors from different backgrounds, all united by the shared goal of winning the lottery. They contributed varying amounts, but each investment was crucial to Mandel's plan. The funds collected were used to purchase all the possible ticket combinations in selected lotteries. Mandel's biggest target was the Virginia lottery. What was the intricate planning that went into this ambitious gamble? Stefan Mandel's quest for lottery success reached its apex with his daring plan to win the Virginia lottery in 1992. The stakes were high, a jackpot of $27 million, significantly more than the 7 million combinations required to guarantee a win. This ambitious venture marked Mandel's transition from a national to an international lottery player. With his reputation for past successes, Mandel effortlessly attracted over 2,500 investors, each contributing around $3,000. The substantial funds raised were crucial for purchasing every possible combination. Mandel's approach was methodical. He printed the tickets in Sydney and shipped them to the US. The scale of this operation was unprecedented, requiring meticulous planning and coordination. However, the execution of Mandel's plan was fraught with challenges. The primary hurdle was logistical, distributing millions of tickets across Virginia within a tight deadline. Mandel employed couriers who tirelessly bought tickets at various stores using cashiered checks of $10,000 each. Despite their efforts, an unexpected setback occurred hours before the deadline. One of the key stores, overwhelmed by the volume of tickets, ceased operations. This hiccup meant that out of the 7.1 million tickets purchased, only 5.5 million were processed, leaving a significant gap in the coverage and introducing a considerable element of risk to Mandel's strategy. The moment of truth arrived on February 15, 1992. Mandel and his team frantically cross-referenced their tickets with the winning numbers announced live on television. Against all odds, they secured not only the jackpot, but also numerous secondary prizes, totaling around $30 million. This historic win brought Mandel international fame, but also scrutiny and legal consequences. His success prompted changes in lottery laws in the US, closing the loophole he had exploited. Mandel's success brought legal changes. How much did these changes affect his lottery pursuits, and what was his ultimate downfall? Stefan Mandel's extraordinary success in the Virginia lottery marked both the pinnacle and the beginning of the end of his lottery career. His ingenious methods led to significant changes in lottery laws worldwide, particularly in the United States. These changes were destined to prevent anyone from replicating Mandel's strategy of buying all possible lottery combinations. The new regulations included prohibiting bulk ticket purchases and printing tickets at home, effectively closing the loopholes Mandel had exploited. Despite accumulating vast wealth, Mandel's ambitions remained unquenched. His relentless pursuit of lottery success led him to Israel in 2004, where he attempted another complex lottery scheme. Unfortunately for Mandel, this venture did not replicate his previous successes. Instead, it resulted in a 20-month prison sentence, marking a dramatic fall from grace for the once celebrated lottery genius. Mandel's imprisonment was a stark reminder of the risks involved in manipulating systems, even those as seemingly innocuous as lotteries. His story illustrates how a brilliant mind can find extraordinary methods to succeed, but also how quickly fortunes can turn when laws and regulations catch up. Upon his release in 2006, Stefan Mandel chose to retreat from the public eye. He settled on a tropical island off the coast of Australia, living a life far removed from the complex number-crunching and high-stakes gambling that had defined much of his earlier years. The changes in lottery laws marked the end of Mandel's high-stakes game. How was his life after the lottery? After his release from prison in 2006, Stefan Mandel's life took a dramatic turn from the high-stakes world of lottery gambling to a quieter existence. He chose to settle on a tranquil tropical island off Australia's coast, far from the frenzy and limelight that had once surrounded him. Here, Mandel lived a starkly different life, one characterized by peace and simplicity, a stark contrast to his former days of complex calculations and nerve-wracking lottery draws. This period of Mandel's life is reflective of a man seeking solace after years of relentless pursuit of wealth through the lottery. It serves as a period of introspection and possibly redemption for a man whose life story had captivated and baffled many. In this serene environment, Mandel likely had the opportunity to reflect on his past actions, the tumultuous journey he had embarked upon, and its eventual consequences. Mandel's legacy in the lottery world remains unmatched. His ingenious manipulation of lottery systems and the subsequent changes in laws worldwide are a testament to his mathematical brilliance and his ability to identify and exploit systematic vulnerabilities. He revolutionized the concept of lottery winnings, proving that with enough determination and intellect, even the seemingly impossible can be achieved. However, Mandel's story is not just one of success and brilliance. It also serves as a cautionary tale about the limits of legal and ethical boundaries. His journey from a desperate Romanian accountant to a lottery baron and eventually a convict highlights the fine line between genius and legality. Today, Mandel's story continues to intrigue and serve as a subject of study for both lottery enthusiasts and legal experts. His methods and the subsequent legal reforms they prompted have become a part of lottery folklore. The man who once orchestrated the unthinkable now enjoys a life away from the public eye, leaving behind a legacy that's both controversial and awe-inspiring. How do you think his experiences influenced his decision to retreat from the public eye? Mandel's story is a stroke of genius, or is it actually an ethical dilemma instead? Let's analyze the moral implications. Stefan Mandel's story is more than just a tale of a man winning the lottery multiple times. It's a narrative that weaves through the complex fabric of morality, legality, and the consequences of exploiting systemic loopholes. Mandel's ingenious approach to the lottery system not only challenged the norms, but also forced a global re-evaluation of lottery laws. Mandel's actions, though not initially illegal, raised significant ethical questions. His strategy, while a remarkable display of mathematical prowess, essentially gamed a system meant to be random and based on chance. This approach sparked debates about fairness in the spirit of lotteries as a form of gambling, where everyone supposedly has an equal shot at winning. The impact of Mandel's activities was far-reaching, leading to tighter lottery regulations worldwide. His methodology prompted changes in lottery laws, particularly the banning of bulk buying and computer-printed betting slips. These reforms aim to restore the foundational principle of lotteries: unpredictability and equal opportunity for all participants. Mandel's story is a reminder that exploiting systemic vulnerabilities, even when not explicitly illegal, can lead to significant consequences and reform. Moreover, his journey from a modest accountant to a notorious figure in lottery history illuminates the human drive to overcome insurmountable odds. It also underscores the potential pitfalls of this drive when it crosses into the realms of obsession and legal ambiguity. While Mandel's initial motivation, to provide for his family, was relatable and even commendable, the trajectory of his actions veered into questionable territory, culminating in legal repercussions. In essence, Stefan Mandel's saga offers a multifaceted lesson. It's a testament to human ingenuity and the relentless pursuit of success against all odds. Yet it also serves as a cautionary tale about the ethical boundaries of such pursuits and the societal responsibility to uphold fairness and legality. As we reflect on Mandel's story, we're reminded of the delicate balance between ambition and ethical conduct, and the impact one individual's actions can have on a global scale. What do you think of Stefan Mandel's story? Was he a genius who pushed the limits of probability, or did he cross an ethical line in his pursuit of fortune? Share your thoughts in the comments. Stefan Mandel's ingenious lottery wins not only rewrote his destiny, but also altered lottery laws globally, making his story a remarkable chapter in the annals of chance and probability. Ready for more tales of exceptional achievements? Check out our next video about the smartest lottery winners, showcasing individuals whose wit outshined luck in the lottery arena.